Drill 92.3, Bootleg Kev, DJ Head.
West Coast.
Special guest. I'm going to let you introduce yourself because you just did.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. It's Brittany Renner, a.k.a. Bundle of Brittany.
Now, you are...
And Renner is spelled the same.
Same
Frontwards
way,
and
frontwards and backwards, like race car.
And mom.
And dad.
Welcome to the show, Brittany.
Thank you for having me.
You have been... well, first of all, when did you start? Because I've been following you on Instagram for a long time. So when did you start? Because I remember you used to do the fitness thing real tough. So how long has the IG hustle been going for you?
Since 2012.
2012.
June of 2012.
That's when you started your Instagram? Okay, so when did it start to take off, though?
After I did World Star, that was December 2013, and I got my first booking February 2014.
You was fighting on World Star?
No, I did a World Star candy video.
No, yeah, those videos.
Yeah, remember those?
Well, when people yell World Star, it's usually
I miss those World Star videos.
Yeah.
And
now they just post people who twerk.
Yeah, World Star, when it was World Star Uncut, there was a whole nother World Star.
Oh yeah.
it was like you had to enter.
The 18 and over World Star shit. Yeah, I remember.
I was playing soccer and working out and then naked some parts, so it was so pretty.
You were playing soccer and working out naked?
Not working out naked.
You can't play soccer naked.
No, I had short shorts on and stuff.
Okay.
So it was still tasteful, but still
I
had some
respect it.
talent in there.
I feel like
some talent. Some talent in there.
I feel like obviously you put a book out that for everybody who doesn't know, it's kind of like your sexual escapades with some of your more well-known sexual partners. Is that a good way to put it?
No.
Well,
Not
I mean,
at all,
obviously you don't name any of the people in the book.
But you're saying it was a book about these sexapades with really important people, and the most important people, in my opinion, that I've slept with were not mentioned in the book, actually.
Okay.
So they were
maybe
just
not the most important.
They were just 7 relationships, all based on true events. Yes.
Now, I feel like since you've released the book, and because I feel like you've kind of come out of your shell a little bit online.
Yes.
Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
Because originally you were like, she does fitness on Instagram, and she's hot. Yeah. And now you're like,
I'm here, bitch.
oh my God, it's lit now.
Is it? Is it lit?
It's been lit. I mean, come on now.
Right.
No, he said now. It's like it's not been lit before.
No, what I'm saying, as far as like I said, I feel like you've kind of come out of your shell a little bit online, and is there a reason why you kind of were a little less over the top prior?
Well, I'm so happy you asked this. I would say when I first started Instagram, I was in an abusive relationship, so I didn't really have. It took me a while to find my voice. So when people refer to how I used to be, it's like, well, I was heavily abused. So I mean, and manipulated and brainwashed. So yeah, so it wasn't. I didn't know who I was for a long time. Wow. But I would say now that, since I have kind of put everything out there, literally in black and white, I do feel more comfortable being myself. I don't feel like I have anything to hide. So I'm just like, fuck it. That's just how I feel about everything. It's just fuck it.
You said you were verbally or physically or both?
Both. Definitely more emotionally. But it was towards the end it got pretty physical. But I left before it probably. Really could have blown up.
I wanted to when you said that, it triggered my mind because a lot of people be talking about how hard it is once you're in the situation.
Yeah.
Was that something that you went through as far as it being difficult to leave, or did you already just?
I would say that I was in denial. I was with him for 4 years, so it just was something that I was so familiar with that I didn't want to believe that this is the monster that I have invested almost 4 years with. So
I think there's a lot of times people who are in shitty relationships, they're like, well, I've already put so much time into this. Right. I got to try to fix it and stick around. Yeah. Otherwise, I've wasted time. I don't want to say I wasted the last 5 years of my life.
Had you seen the R. Kelly documentary thing?
I've seen, I think, 4 episodes of it. I think there's 5 or 6.
Did you see? So like how the girls are like, they don't want to leave and that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Do you relate to that at all, or?
Yeah, and I would say a lot of people are like, what took them so long? I feel like I know people personally, especially even in my family, that have been molested. So
right.
To say someone should have came out and said something right when it happened is really insensitive. And on top of that, what happens is when trauma happens in your mind, it kind of your brain does this thing where it wraps the trauma in almost like bubble wrap. Mm-hmm. So it protects you from reliving that constant trauma. So it's until that person really peels back those layers, they're not gonna really feel it.
That makes sense.
They're like protecting themselves. So yeah, I mean, for me, like seeing that, I totally understood. You know?
And you can't tell people like how they should react to fucked up shit. Everybody
and you
takes
don't
shit
understand
differently.
until it's you. And it's like, I don't know why the people on the internet, it's like so hard for them to understand that. You will never understand until it's you. You don't know what you would do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know what you would do or you've never experienced that, then shut the fuck up. You know?
West Coast.
Actual and factual.
One of my homies always said, you always got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Hey, that's
Everybody got a plan until you get.
Sound good.
It's like, well, I would do this, and it's like you get punched in the face. Like, oh shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we had Tiana Trump up here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys have a sex
And
tape
Biggie
together?
Tracer.
We have a video together that I just feel when the time is right.
She said you have the tape.
I do. But I just feel
Is it in your phone?
No.
Oh.
It's on my computer.
Where's your laptop at?
Not here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just feel like when the time is right.
Now,
If there ever is
she
a
was
right
saying that
time.
like you like paid her to do the video originally, and so is there okay on a level from like Pornhub to like Cinemax like nudity, where is it at on the nudity scale? I mean, is there any sort of girl? I mean, obviously there's girl on girl action in it, right?
It's just a video that I'm just gonna keep until I feel like.
Okay, tell me this. Okay, you
Well,
don't
she
have to
got
tell
to
us.
heat up the streets.
Yeah.
When the book buzz goes away, she go heat up the streets with the Tiana Trump video.
Tell me this. So you're not gonna give us no details on the video, but why are you gonna hold it until the time is right? Like, what's the purpose of that?
Because it'll break the internet.
I just like for me, I feel like everything is about timing, and if something doesn't feel right, I just don't believe in forcing it.
Yeah,
She's very strategic, bro.
I see.
She's like a chess player.
I see. I know.
She knows
Well, I
what's
would
up.
say I love that saying like, oh, I play chess, not checkers, but I don't know how to play chess.
Yeah.
I know a lot of
You're a
people will say-
fraud.
Hey,
I don't know how to play chess, like real chess, but mentally, of course, we can play that game. I feel like a lot of people who say that saying, like, they really don't know how to play
I like to play chess.
You know how to play chess?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I do not know how to play
Shit is
chess.
amazing.
I've never tried to learn how to play chess.
It's amazing.
It's amazing stimulation in the mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, speaking
Learn
of
something new.
speaking of stimulation, in your book you speak about how a man spit in your mouth and slurped it back out and then gave you a sloppy kiss. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm impressed that you even had it.
Run that by me again. What?
Well,
you just
let her
gonna
run
blow
it.
past that like you didn't just say
you said this first and
Hey, you've never spit in a girl's mouth, DJ Ed?
and not sucked it back out. What do you mean spit in her mouth like a loogie, or you talking
Nah,
about like some
like-
intimate shit?
No, you spit in her mouth. You like let her know what the fuck's up.
How
during
let her know
sex.
what the fuck is up,
Hey, me and my girl spit in each other's mouths.
bro?
Yummy.
So as I was saying,
Yeah,
my question for you is that the most? Would you say that's like the most? Because I haven't read the book. I've just like seen like
Seen
clips.
snippets.
What is the? Is that
You
the
got
most?
the book for dummies.
Smart
bundle of dummies.
I mean, obviously, when you're divulging like these type of details, like I'm, you obviously have the fucking mentality. Is there anything else in the book that's crazier than that?
I would say sexually that was, for me definitely a pivotal moment
In like
my-
life.
I wouldn't say life. I mean, in my sexual experience.
That's what I mean. In your sex life, yeah.
But I mean, I feel like, that person was, they're very advanced. So I think it's kind of hard to compare sexually to them.
So when so based on that, do you judge men on their performance?
Oh, I'm absolutely judging.
How real do you keep it with them though? Like is it immediate? Like just no, stop, fuck this, or is it more like afterwards you give them a critique or?
For me, if you ask me, hey, did you come? No, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the truth is very sobering, will set us all free and gets us on the same page. So yeah, I mean, I'm very honest about what I like. I mean, one of the guys I was with previously, I told him like I like to be choked. Like I want you to kind of like be that. Just put me in my place.
West
and he was
Coast.
like, well, I don't really like the whole choking thing. And I'm like, okay, well,
Then we can't hang.
what's the point of me telling you what I like if you're not going to do it? So
It's
I'm
what
going to
I
get someone
like.
else who's going to choke me then.
I'm gonna find someone else that's gonna do it.
When you say choke, you mean like Do you want to be like dizzy?
Oh
Or-
no! Oh my God. It's just more about your hand placement. Like,
Yo, I'll choke my wife legit. So like she'll like tap my hand, and I wait like 5 seconds after she taps my hand. And one time she passed the fuck out.
oh my God!
I
I
swear.
think you just admitted to a felony.
No, I swear to God.
No, I think that's a felony.
That happened like a month ago.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh!
And she was like, I was like, babe. And she was like,
Wake up!
what happened? I'm like,
She's
nothing.
dead.
You're good. We're good. We just kept having sex.
I think that's
Wow.
a felony, though. All right,
It's not a
you
felony.
answer the question because
getting hot in here.
he is a criminal. But go ahead. You saying
What?
you just want the hand placement?
No,
and
I
not-
mean it's not about like don't choke me out, Ted Bundy. Okay, like I'm
Yeah.
just saying, where your hand placement is like just a little firm, just
Little
like
pressure.
I'm here. Yeah,
And you got to do the sides of the neck and not
yeah,
the
because
not
it's
here.
like there's a
'Cause
difference
this
in
hurts.
here and here.
Yes.
Well, no, I do that. I'm just saying I want.
I do that.
No, I'm trying to figure out how you because I'm not with the blacking out shit. Like I'm
I mean, neither am
afraid.
Well,
I.
yeah,
It
it's
just
too
kind of
much.
happened.
I'm too afraid to go
I'm
to
not
jail.
with that shit either.
Yeah.
Hey, me and DJ Head, we've each gotten our asses eaten by women, and our peers have judged us deeply. Have you ever eaten another man's ass or another
Yes.
man? You've eaten a man's ass.
Yeah. Two.
Two guys' asses.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I mean, I haven't done it enough to really say. Like 2 times. It was literally maybe like 2 or 3 times. You know, so it wasn't like I was, 2 different people 80 times. It just was a couple times, and the first guy was like, what are you doing? Just don't do that. It feels kind of whatever. I feel like he wasn't maybe comfortable in his own sexuality because there's
So you
a G spot
volunteered it.
down.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, there's a G spot down there. So a lot of men are confused and think it's like, oh, it's gay, and it's just like, it's not. But okay. Toxic masculinity.
Were any of the men whose asses you've eaten, were they famous?
One person I had like kind of attempted and they just were like, no.
R&B singer, gotta be.
Or Bow Wow?
Yes.
Wow.
You keep playing with Bow Wow. Bow Wow gonna come
What
see
did
you.
Bow Wow do?
No.
What did he do?
No, he keep trying Bow Wow. Bow Wow
I'm
gonna
not
pull up.
trying.
He gonna pull up.
I'm not.
His daughter is the cutest.
Shout out to Bow Wow. He's a nice guy.
Wait,
where are you?
wait. What do you
Have you
mean?
met him?
His-
Have you met
his
his
daughter is.
Have you hung out with his
Oh
daughter?
no! I just,
Oh,
Whoa! I saw how I totally walked into that.
Yeah, I was like,
Online.
oh shit.
Online.
Like, man.
No, I've seen videos of them online.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Clean
Where
up
are
on
you
aisle
originally
7.
from?
Okay, so I am originally from Ohio, Mansfield, Ohio, like Ontario.
Okay.
But I was raised in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, which is on the Gulf
Oh.
Coast.
Are you serious?
So yes, I used to have like a southern accent and everything.
I
and-
drove through the through there, through the Ocean Springs. It's,
So you used to, like,
if,
go to
if you
the-
drive through like Alabama, like
Yeah.
if I'm going to
Like
New Orleans,
Mobile. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I've driven through.
Yeah, we're an hour from New Orleans.
I lived in Tampa, Florida, and
What
I
the
had to
fuck
drive.
was you doing down there?
I was raised with my grandparents.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
my mom had said, "Hey, do you guys want to go live with your grandparents at the time?" And we said, "Yeah."
Wait, what are you? What's your nationality?
I mean, I'm just black and white.
Just mixed straight up.
Yeah,
A
nothing.
little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Just yeah.
I mean, black
my
and
father, mama white, daddy black,
Yeah.
hey, hey.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
Hey.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So in the book, you I feel like I'm not mad at like you putting out the book, but I feel like a lot of people feel like, yo, man, she's a snitch
How?
because you didn't say any names, or you weren't like super overly specific about like a lot of details about the people who were in the book.
So would that make me a snitch?
No, but I feel like, do you feel like you get that? I mean, I feel like it's mostly people who like either haven't read the book or don't really like look into it as much.
Yeah.
They
So
kinda,
then it makes you wonder, like, why do they have such a strong opinion if they haven't done their due diligence?
do you have like oh snap, she just responded to everybody. When you released everything though, I mean, I'm assuming a lot of the people kind of knew that it was about them. Did they hit you like, yo, what the fuck? Or-
No.
No.
Not one person? Okay, let me ask you this. Out of the 7 stories, are you still cool with all 7 people?
Maybe like 2.
How cool? Like y'all can go eat, y'all have
One
movie
person,
night,
yeah, the other
Netflix
person.
and chill.
One person, the other person, he's just all over the place. So it's just, I don't really see him that much.
And you
Hear
were
from me.
dating Uzi for a point in time, correct? I mean, you guys were seen together. I mean, you guys were like
Bro, it was a thing.
yeah, it
I
was
mean,
a
we
thing.
just like,
You guys hung out.
I mean,
They
I'm-
Netflix and chilled.
No.
Well, how would you describe your relationship?
Wow, my
how would you
God.
describe your relationship with Uzi?
Being interrogated here.
No, but how would you describe it? Because he's a very eclectic kind of guy. He's like kind of out there, you know, like he seems like
Is
a
he?
different kind of guy. Like he's just like not. He doesn't post a lot on social media. He's not out there as much as most rappers are.
So then it makes you. Then you have to ask yourself, well, what do you two have in common to where you guys would link up? Because like draws like. So if he's out there, then I must be too.
I mean,
right?
So you guys are both a little out there.
Yeah.
So I did hear.
Cricket.
I did. Yeah. I'm not. I did see a video. I don't remember what exactly was said, but I remember you saying, "Did you have a problem with him, like in women, like in other girls, or?"
Yeah.
It was. Is that like a big deal as far as like because it wasn't a monogamous thing, right?
I mean, yeah, we were just hanging out and enjoying each other's company. And I mean, of course, I care about him. So, yeah.
But if it's like a situationship, that's not exclusive, right?
But when the shoe was on the other foot, like even when I talk about it in his chapter, when the shoe was on the other foot, it was like the end of the world, like, you know.
Double standard.
Double standard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that makes sense.
That happens.
It
Especially,
happens.
I'm sure, with like artists and athletes and
Especially if it's like,
athletes would be out on the road fucking everybody, but they hope their wife is at home taking care of their kids,
Yeah.
not getting no dick.
Yeah. And most of the time they are just at home.
Now, if you, I don't know if you've slept with anybody who's married or in a relationship, but is that something that you've done, like knowingly fuck somebody who you know is involved with someone else?
I've never slept with anyone's husband, but I have slept with a couple girls' boyfriends. Which,
And you knew about.
yeah, but it was because I had really low self-esteem, and it made me feel better knowing, haha, she's not really that happy. I mean, her man's out here cheating on her. So.
Damn. So
It was
more,
coming from a place of just me being empty. Yeah.
was it more or less you deflecting that towards the woman or yourself? Like, haha, like
Probably
she's
like made her feel good. Like,
Well, yeah, because when you have low self-esteem,
Ego
you
boost.
want to hurt others. 'Cause
Gotcha.
when you don't love yourself, you want to hurt others. So it's like, you know, this person over here has really on paper what I want. So
Right.
if I can kind of get in there and kind of, you know, prove that, hey, it's not real, it's not this, there's really not this great happy relationship, it makes you, it's like a sick, twisted pleasure because you're actually miserable.
that's that's a dope way to put it. At
How
least
did
you're
you
a very honest way of, you know, articulating that.
How did you end up moving past that stage? Are you past it now?
Self-respect. I mean, I think if you love yourself, I don't think you would ever sell yourself short like that. And then if you do want a relationship, you wouldn't go after someone who's already taken. I mean, that's kind of weird. Then it's just like they're going to do it to you. You're going to get them how.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to lose them how you got them. So, yeah, I just think it was just more about a real conversation in the mirror and just reflecting and being like, what are you doing? You know, this is so empty. This isn't fulfilling. Like, you're just a side bitch. Like, you're not being respected. You're not even respecting yourself. So then you wonder why he don't respect you.
At some
Hump
point,
and dump.
do you a hump and dump? Have you ever preferred being the side chick? Because one of my homegirls is like that. She don't
I know
want
a lot of chicks that are like,
she don't want
the full
the main shit. But
I think sometimes, I know for me, anytime that I've wanted to be on the side is because I didn't feel like I was worthy at first. So I can only speak for myself. I
Right.
can't speak for your guys'
Yeah.
friends. But no, I don't prefer that. I'm a very devoted person. I'm very honest. So I really was just kidding myself when I was doing that. But I just felt so empty. I just wanted something, like some type of companionship.
have you ever got like counseling or therapy and shit like that?
Yeah, I've actually been in therapy for 4 years now.
Damn.
It helps. That's lit.
I feel actually why the reason I was able to write my book the way I did was because I was able to articulate my thoughts and feelings, and I had never really reflected. I was just always so angry, and I never knew why. So when I started going to therapy, that's when I really understood, like, when you remove the mask of anger, there's usually something there. Like, it's a sadness, it's like disappointment, it's some type of pain that you're not addressing. So you just have to be all big and tough and cuss everybody out and just like be.
I heard you cuss up somebody out before on the internet.
Did I?
I don't remember that.
Somebody out.
So the therapy, what's like one of the biggest things that helped that you unpacked in not, you don't have to tell us, but I'm just saying, like, what's one of the main things that you think you had to figure out in therapy?
I think especially because I wasn't raised by my mother or dad, so I think I don't like to use them as a scapegoat. I'm not trying to do
Right,
that.
right.
Like, you're your own person. Like, you can have great parents and be a piece of shit. Just,
Facts.
you know, whatever. But I'd always felt like pieces of me were missing. And I always felt like I wanted to, like, fix people and, like, be that almost kind of like a doormat. Like, with even with my mom, and obviously me and her have had this talk before, but it's just like, I just wanted to, like, always forgive her and never really hold her accountable for things. So it's like when I would meet men, it was like these damaged men that just wanted, like, a mommy, and I would be that for them, you know? And then it's just like they're so damaged. It's like I'm depleting myself to be there for them.
That's crazy.
Thinking because I have to be there. Like, it's unconditional. But even with my mom or dad, like, we all have good relationships now, but blood or not, if it's toxic, it's toxic, you know? So...
Have you ever taken any psychedelic drugs? Have you ever heard of ayahuasca?
I have. Okay. I've heard of it. Let me answer that question correctly, because before y'all done said, you know, well, you know.
No.
I was like, wait a second, comma. I've heard of it. I've never taken anything like that. I would love to, though. I'm so open to it.
A lot of people say, like, if you do ayahuasca, it's like 20 years of therapy wrapped up in like 8 hours.
What?
Look, so if you have the plug, hit the DM.
Yeah, no, you got to do it with a shaman.
A shaman, yeah.
Yeah. But that sounds. Hey, you were talking about how you're very, you know, obviously you got the Tiana Trump thing tucked. Are there any sex tapes of you and anybody who we might know that you just kind of just got? Like, not to say you're ever going to put them out.
No. I really do not like being recorded, because I know the only reason a guy is recording is so he can send it in the group chat, or he wants to show his friends in the locker room. So it's like, yeah, I really would not.
In the locker room.
Yeah. A lot of athletes do that. So
would that be an NFL locker room? Would that be a NBA locker room?
I've fucked more NBA players.
West Coast.
Yeah.
What about baseball players get love from Bundle of Brittany?
No, you know what? I've actually been to a couple baseball games. There's some cute players on the Indians, but no, all of them typically have like girlfriends and they're not interested.
Yeah.
They're not interested?
No, I've never had a baseball
What about
player
a
hit
hockey
me
player?
They never hit me up. It's usually just like there's a lot of NFL, but like they're just and a lot of them have.
Well, you know, they're NFL players.
You know, a lot of them have.
Oh,
What?
you talking about?
They have small dicks. A lot of them.
Oh, because they're on performance enhancing.
Yeah. The NBA players, I feel like, have been better experiences.
For the record, I don't know the sizes or
if you're
scales.
trying to, if you're really trying to come up, like NFL players make the least amount of money.
Right.
Shout out to all the football players out there.
Shout out to the Rams, right? They're going to the Super Bowl.
Shout out to the Rams.
Yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan, so that means nothing to me.
So your DM's got to be something crazy, like stupid crazy. Like, I'm assuming everyone ever has tried to slide in your DMs.
Let me see.
Have you tried to slide?
No, I'm about to check her DMs.
You can't check her DMs. How are you going to check her DMs?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I think he's checking a text. He's like, honey, I'm doing an interview right now.
How many dick pics in like a week do you get?
I don't know.
It's a lot?
No, I mean, to be honest, like, some people send dick pics, but I think it's such a thing that's like such a phase guys are over now.
It's such a weird thing to do, though,
It's
to just
but
send
it
a
is
stranger a
forward,
picture
like,
of your dick.
I have seen some really great dick pics, though, but I'm just like, God, that your approach was just.
So if you see the dick pic and it's a great dick, do you say, "Hey, that's nice," or like,
No, I just don't. I don't accept it. I just like I'm like I admire, and I'm like, I'd like to sit on that, but I don't know you, and I can't, and your just approach was off.
What's the right approach to send a dick pic?
Or just, or how about this? What's the right approach in general?
I would say I love people who just are observant. So if they observe something that the average person doesn't see, I might respond or
like what? Give us an example of somebody that it worked. Not you don't have to tell us a person. Just
well, I just think anytime it's not a like "what's up" or "where are you from" or "are you in LA," like when it's just more like
or some
when they
eyeball emojis.
Yeah, the eyes is always a common one. But I would say whenever they comment about my intellect, I obviously like that. Or if they can just see kind of the type of heart I have, which a lot of people don't, so.
well, it's not a lot of heart on your shit. You know what I'm saying?
There actually
No,
is.
there's a lot of videos.
There's a lot of videos of me talking.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you say your name, you don't. That's not the first thing you think about. Like first thing
But
you
that's
think.
the point.
That's the point.
So if you don't, everyone thinks when I think of Brittany Renner, I think of ass or I think of this or shake twerking. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're only seeing the surface. My body. There's actually a lot of women on Instagram that depending on who you ask, more beautiful, got bigger tits, bigger ass, bigger lips, bigger this, bigger that, and you know they're prettier or whatever. So what makes me special really has nothing to do with my exterior, because there's plenty of girls with fatter asses than mine.
You got personality. You're funny.
My personality
you're
is
funny.
the thing that differentiates me, and because I'm not afraid to talk, like that's just what it is.
That is true. Most of these girls we follow,
They don't talk
it's
at
just
all.
photos.
You
Like, we
don't even
who
know
the
what
fuck
their
this
voice
person
sounds
is.
like, and that's. But the thing is that is their expression. My expression as Brittany Nicole Renner is, yes, I'm gonna do monologues. I'm gonna say how I feel, but I'm not what makes me beautiful really is more internally what makes me beautiful, because
Right.
again, like you ask, everyone's ugly to somebody.
Facts. That's true. Hey, man, I'm pretty sure J-Lo's gotten cheated on. You know what I mean? Like everyone's. I mean, Halle Berry's gotten cheated on.
Bro, that don't even. Have you ever been turned down, rejected from a guy?
Of course.
Look,
You don't think I go through things just like everybody else?
No, I'm just asking. Like, what is that process like? Like you go, like you DM a guy, or you like walk up to him, or like how did that happen?
I would say for me was someone hit me up. We hung out a few times and they just kind of ghosted. So for me, that's kind of being turned down, is like, you know, you just tried it and then whatever, you just were like not feeling it. But I think anytime you're rejected, your self-esteem takes a hit, because you're just like, well, what did I do? Why am I not enough? Like, and especially when there's no communication, because if you ghost me, then there's no social cues for me to be like, I talked about this on my Instagram. It's like, you could be dead in a ditch or you could be fucking another bitch. I don't know. And I don't know how to respond emotionally, because I don't really know what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say anytime I've been rejected, I mean, it hurts. It hurts my feelings, but then I just know, okay, that's not the guy for me. And it's a process. Sometimes a couple weeks, couple days, couple months. You know, one guy recently I was talking to, it took like 5 or 6 months. Like I finally went to a place where I'm like, okay, he ghosted me and that's that.
Damn.
5 months for you to be like, all right, he's done.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Can you kind of help us understand the IG hustle? Because obviously it's a very, very profitable thing if you got the followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if somebody wanted to have you promote a product? What does that bag look like? Like, let's say I wanted you to promote, I don't know, some fucking flat tummy tea or something. I don't know. We don't have flat tummy.
I work with a tea company.
Okay.
Teamy Blends.
Okay, let's say
She plugging her shit.
let's say me and
Plug her
DJ
shit,
Head,
goddamn.
me and DJ Head are pushing some headphones, and we're like, we want Bundle of Brittany to wear our shit on her page. What is that? What is the?
We get a friends and family discount.
No. I like fuck the fan. I want to know what's that bag called? Like, what is the?
I want the fuck what he talking about.
We ain't got nothing to push, bro.
I want the disc. I want the hypothetical discount. God damn it.
Well, I don't really talk about money. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. That's just not something that I feel like is really like anyone's business. Like I'm okay, you know. Like even with my book, I made enough, and I'm just never one to really like talk about that.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Are you planning a sequel to your book?
As of now, no.
Are you gonna get into music?
No, I don't. I think there's creative expression in different forms, but I actually was at one point like trying to write raps before my book, and then when I tried to rap, I'm like, I just don't have the voice for it. I'm way too proper, so it just wouldn't sound right on a record. But so I decided to just write a book. I don't think music is for everyone, especially if you're not going to put your heart and soul into it. Why do you put some auto tune on it and just think it's a hit? Like, I think it's actually very disrespectful to the art itself, and that's why it's oversaturated with just a whole bunch of people who are jokes.
I think people just like they be in your position, like, oh, I'm finna just do music.
I mean, they do that a lot. There's a porn chick doing fucking rap. Oh, there's a couple of porn chicks rapping. Veronica Rodriguez just put a fucking song out.
Doing their own music videos and the porn and shit.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's just not me. I think I like to write. Like I started recently writing some poetry. I went to the poetry lounge. It was really nice. Felt really inspired. I keep a journal. I dream log. You know, I'm just more of a writer, and I love to act. So that's kind of more.
You're gonna try to get into acting?
Yeah, that's kind of something I feel like really challenges me, and is a way that I can have a creative release. It has nothing to do with music. Like I don't need to try to rap. It's ridiculous. I wouldn't even buy that. She'd be like, "Girl, hang it up."
Are you, are you into women at all? What is your like?
No. I would say that there was a time period where I would experiment, and I had actually been with more women than men. But
There was like a point in time in life where your body count on the women's side was higher. Okay.
yeah, absolutely. But
West Coast.
eating pussies, in my opinion, is pretty challenging. Harder than sucking dick, whatever. But I
wouldn't know. But I wouldn't know.
Continue, though. Continue.
Yeah.
Right. So let me tell you, it's for so much harder than sucking dick. But no, I would say that in my first relationship, I experimented with threesomes a lot. So when we broke up, I was like, is my pussy gay? Like, maybe I like girls. So I had tried to hook up with a girl. Last time I hooked up with a girl was in 2015. And
So how does this fucking Tiana Trump video?
Well, we don't know if they're hooking up or not.
Continue the story. I'm sorry.
We don't know what's on that video.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, I can't. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Just go ahead.
So
God damn.
So yeah, so for me, that's when I kind of realized, like, okay, like, I don't want to date a girl, like, it was fun while it lasted, but I just strictly dickly.
You tried to date a girl, like be in a relationship with a girl?
No, I honestly, every girl that I had hooked up with, they would treat me like the man, and I'm like, no, bitch, I want to be held. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be.
That's because you got to
She
get
said,
you.
I want to be held.
You got to get you one of them Manny Fresh looking bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. So
Hey, don't. All right.
You know how many
Yeah.
lesbians you've seen that look like Manny Fresh? At least 20.
I fuck with Manny Fresh.
Hey,
though.
no, I know, but Manny Fresh looks like.
Fresh.
Yeah.
I love Manny Fresh. He's a legend. There are a lot of
What?
butch lesbians that look like Manny
Butch?
Fresh.
Bush.
God
Yeah.
damn.
So yeah, that's why for me it's like,
They're studs. You ever been with a stud?
Yeah.
no, I've been with like more of the lipstick.
Okay.
Right, he
Hey,
just
not
he
no
just-
young MAs up in her DMs.
But I wouldn't.
Hey, would
I
you-
would give her a chance though. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna act like, oh, I've never been with a young MA. I would. She has a lot of
Swag.
A lot of masculine
Yeah.
energy. Hey,
yeah,
I
big
think-
dick energy.
Big dick energy.
She got a big old strap on in her drawer, I'm sure.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we've talked to her about that.
Hey, we always ask rappers this question.
So you're gonna ask me?
I gotta ask you
Okay.
the
Well, you do
question.
music, you know.
No. Well, no.
I'm a writer.
I mean, we ask mostly everybody this question.
I write better than
now,
most of the stuff
you
I do.
may or may not have slept with some people in your spank bank, but do you know what a spank bank is?
People I've masturbated to.
Yeah. So
Who,
it doesn't
who
have
you
to,
would?
like it's essentially like
Oh boy,
J Lo and like that's like obviously my wife's in my spank bank. God bless my wife.
Good answer.
But
It's foolish.
like kind of who you'd want to hook up with, like when we're kids and we're
Bullshit. I'm a grown man. I still run the J-Lo play.
facts. Not me.
You're married. You're married.
Married and he's happy.
I am happy.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Who's top 5 in bundle of Brittany Renner spank
Kev will
bank?
need to spend a night.
Top 5. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like I've slept with most of the guys I've masturbated like about.
Who haven't you slept
West
with
Coast.
that you could give us?
Like who's still on the hit list that you haven't gotten to yet? You haven't gotten your way with.
Your way with, yeah.
Wow.
Your claws on.
Their hand hasn't touched your neck yet.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like most of the people I've like wanted, I've been with, so it's it's actually kind of scary because I'm like,
What now?
Where's hello out there? Like, where are you? I don't know, like. And my aunt, she's like my best friend. She's like, you don't think like that. That's so, you're thinking so small. But it's hard when you're like, damn, I've slept with most of the people I've wanted to sleep with.
Now, any of those people who were on your spank bank disappointed you sexually? Like whether it's like they got a small dick or they don't know how to fuck or their
Oral
balls
skills can be
smelled.
fucked subpar. I find that girls have a complaint about that most of the time.
To be honest, I've gone to a point where I'm like, you don't even have to eat me out, because I know a lot of girls are like, no, you got to give me head before, but a lot of men just don't know what they're doing. You're just laying there like, get up, just get to it. Like, don't even worry about it, because it's just like, I don't understand, but they don't really know what they're doing.
Well, what's the proper way to do it?
What?
It's like you find that spot right there and you stay there.
Just stay there?
It's a spot. Yes. I don't know how
So
to
don't
explain it.
all-
I mean, I told you eating pussy's hard, okay? I don't know the correct terminology and verbiage to, explain it play by play for the viewers out there, but Yeah, there's like the spot, and you just stay right there.
So don't go all over the place and.
No, it's right. It's
Okay,
like,
bet.
like.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Is
Yeah.
Have you ever slept with a famous person or gotten to a point where you're about to fuck a famous person and their dick was too small for you to even fuck with them? You were just like, nah. Or do you just go through with it? Like, fuck it.
This guy was a football player, and they're just little. So honestly, I'll just suck it and get it over with. They don't even worry about sex. So I just gave him head, and that was it.
Some pity head.
Some pity head.
Yeah, just like this.
Wasn't hard to deep throat that.
The head didn't really like in my, how you hold, you don't know how you hold.
I mean,
it.
I hold my dick.
But it's just like the head like barely came out. So it's just like, it was hard to, I couldn't even do this because the whole thing would just disappear. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now that's that would be even better, like, but it was disappeared. So.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, I was pity head, but I didn't really mind. I'm like, whatever.
Pity head.
You didn't mind?
I mean, I like sucking dick, obviously.
West Coast.
Hey.
Hey, let me tell you something. God is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you like, I know, can you get off like giving head? Like if is like you the type of girl who like that like gets you like you're so into it that.
I mean, I've never like obviously not like an orgasm from him, but yeah, like it's a pretty magical thing. I think once you learn. Yeah, it's an art.
I need you to talk to a few people that I know.
I mean, for me, this is why I tell every person. I've had my friends, they say, oh, I hate sucking dick. Because I used to be one of those girls, lazy. You're on your side here, your jaw starts hurting after 2 minutes. It's all up here. I said, you need to watch Tiana Trump.
West Coast. Bruh.
So Tiana Trump taught you how to suck dick indirectly.
Oh, absolutely. She changed, she's the reason that people don't stop calling, period. No, seriously, I learned so much from her.
And this is before you met her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
You just used to watch her pornos.
It's so weird now because we're really, really good friends. So
and you guys look like you could be sisters, low key.
You said really good friends or really good friends?
No, we're really good friends.
Like really, really good friends.
Really.
Like y'all friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I totally support her.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, she seemed like we had her up here. She seems really cool. She's very open.
That's what's kind of annoying. Like, first of all, a lot of people, my biggest thing is you cannot change the world with your fucking opinion. You can only change it with your example. So it's there was actually a point in time where I would slut shame sex workers. Yeah. So it got to it kind of was funny. It came full circle. But when I met her, I felt like such an idiot. Forever being just a misogynistic fucking cunt head, you know what I'm saying? So it's she has an amazing personality. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, we don't care about that. We just want to see her suck dick. But I've sat down with her for hours and talked, and she's just such an amazing girl. I would totally date her. Period. I'd wife her. So she's a devoted person. Yeah, she's a very loyal person.
You guys should do that.
Hey, what about? Well, they both. No, Tiana said that she likes dick. She said.
Oh
straight.
yeah,
she said she's gay for the camera. But here's
your wife.
Oh yeah, that's my wife. That's her.
She's a baddie.
She's she's a lovely Latina.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy. I'm just a nosy gal.
Yes, hey.
I'm trying to show you this fucking.
So let me. Her. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
We just got married on December 9th.
Oh my goodness, congrats.
Yeah, fresh.
He remembers the day and everything.
I mean, motherfucker, I'm supposed to.
Right.
It's kind of a big deal.
Right.
Hey, so you see yourself getting married?
Of course I want to, but what is going to happen? I don't really dwell on the future because it's just kind of my imagination. It hasn't happened. We only have now. I'm only here with you guys now.
Right.
So thinking about getting married in 10, 5, 6 months, whatever, to me is just kind of pointless. I would love to be married. I would love to have a family. I have not, obviously met that guy for me. And if I have, you ain't acting right. So, yeah, I mean, I am totally a relationship gal, but, a lot of guys that I feel that my dating pool, a lot of them are not interested in committed monogamous relationships. So that's why almost pretty much all of these situationships have ended because I want this and you want to still dick off and do whatever the fuck you want to do while I'm just yours.
Can I give you some advice?
I'm always open to hearing advice.
Listen. I know a lot of rappers. I know a lot of athletes. If you ever want that, you got to just go find you an off the Instagram motherfucker. You can't expect somebody in the NFL to not fuck other women. Or, you know what I'm saying?
I think that statement kind of makes men look not only like barbaric, but just very simple-minded.
I mean, they are.
Yeah, but it's like, honestly, even in your position with what you do, someone could say, oh, he'll never be faithful to his wife. Look at what he does. He's out here and about, out in the streets, still knows all the rappers, still gets invited to everything. So who's to say you're to be faithful?
I mean, that's a fair point. I just think that based off of, I say this, my friend always says, you're only as faithful as your options. And that's like, I feel like that is a very...
This is why people hate men.
I'm just saying that is something that, you know, I just feel like, you know, if your dating pool is...
just digging. This is what I know. Just keep digging
I'm saying if you're dating...
It's Haiti, ho.
No, if your dating pool is entertainers and athletes, like, I mean, look, at the end of the day, there's always stereotypes when it comes to race, when it comes to occupations, but there's stereotypes a lot of times for a reason, like there's a small truth to a lot of stereotypes, and I would say that just based on based on the odds. He loves chicken.
I love chicken.
Wow.
What? It's facts.
I'll fuck up a bologna sandwich.
You know what I'm saying? And with extra mayo.
Facts. Anyway, Brittany Renner, we appreciate you coming by. Plug the book. Where can everyone buy your book at?
He's laughing too damn hard. You guys can get my book. It's available on all platforms, Amazon.com. Get it on audio version. Be sure to follow me at Bundle
Did you
of
voice the
Brittany.
audiobook?
I certainly
And
did.
it sounds
Because
it's lit.
I'm not a lazy bitch.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
I fuck with audiobooks. That's what's up.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you guys be sure to go check out my book, Judge This Cover, and follow me on Instagram at Bundle of Brittany.
Woo! Boom.